Hello everyone, this is Rakib bringing you another Total War Warhammer 2 video series and guides. Today I'll be playing a campaign, starting a new campaign as the Dwarfs. So for those who are new to following, I primarily play the Dwarfs. I have a long history of enjoying the Dwarven culture. From my early days is an EverQuest MMO player as a dwarf warrior, so it's kind of a near and dear to my heart. And Grombrindal here is a very much a good representation of that long beard dwarven culture. So you can see the settings I'm playing on here. I particularly like to play on very hard with a normal battle. So I don't like legendary because I like to be able to see my mini map, and I think that being able to save and revisit various save points during my campaigns is fun and enjoyable. And I like the normal battle difficulty just to have my wits against the AI. So it's a little bit different than maybe some others, but it's just where I like to play. And then the Chaos Invasion's a new feature they added in recently. I'll be playing on very hard there. That just adds more Chaos Warriors. So let's get this campaign started. So I'll be trying to talk through a little bit of what I am doing during the campaign. I won't be covering every little bit. I'm assuming that you played Warhammer 2, Total Warhammer quite a bit. I'm looking forward to Total Warhammer 3 that's going to be coming out. I just announced that. So I've been playing Total Warhammer 2 for off and on for a while. I've got maybe around 800 total hours between Total Warhammer 1 and 2. I'm by no means an expert, and like I said, I primarily play dwarves in single-player campaigns. So I'll be trying to do some different campaigns here as different dwarf legendary lords.
Hail to you, Grombrindal, ancestor of legend.
We're going to skip through this intro. I'm going to assume that everyone's kind of played. So dwarves are very much a defensive faction, so they're really good at getting big artillery, lots of guns, and their front line just holding. They have some of the best frontline troops in the entire game. They're very weak on cavalry. They don't have any fast units. They've got some gyrocopters that kind of act like cavalry, but they run out of ammo really quickly, and really it's all about having a nice defensive force. So this is something that's always appealed to me in these type of games, trying to keep your troops, not lose them, and just kind of be a defensive force. So here we're starting this Grombrindal. He starts with a pretty good starting army, very diversified. He does start with one of the best troops in Iron Drake. I highly recommend having one of these in every army. They're a little micro-intensive, as you'll see, but they do so much damage. They're so much fun to watch. He's got some Dwarf Warriors, miners with blasting charges. They're okay for the early game, just to kind of throw some charges, and Iron Breakers eventually get this ability as well, which is some of the best frontline troops. Some rare old miners, which are very good. Corlers, which are awesome in the early game and against less armored foes, and then gyrocopters, which are good until we can get our artillery on board, which will be in quite a few turns. Alright, so we're going to go to Krezakrak. We're going to upgrade Krezakrak right away, and we're going to get the Gem Mine Chef going. We're going to leave this barracks up for right now until we can get over here to Mount Squighorn and take that, because that will have a barracks for us, which will allow us to get some higher level troops. And then we're going to go to research. What I like to, my new latest strategy is to hit this right away. Get this bonus. It's not very great beyond the early game, but at least help us out getting this melee +2 for Dwarf Warriors and Miners. So it'll help us out for the first 10, 15 turns until we can start looking at replacing some of those troops, especially the Miners. But the Warriors will be with us probably for a good 30, 40 turns until we can, maybe up to 50 turns until we get Longbeards, or we might just skip and go right to Iron Breakers. So we'll go with Gather the Throng.
I'm here.
Right, so let's go and attack Nashrak here. First battle, we're not going to fight this one, otherwise we'll take too many losses. I find that fighting these early battles will help us minimize our losses and help really tell that narrative of what we're trying to do. Alright, here we go. Let's set up over here. these Iron Drakes there. Put the Dwarf Warriors down. We'll put these miners kind of over here to protect that flank. Blasting charges we'll put over here. We'll put Gromby out in front. Put these Corlers right behind. And set those guys and let's get going. They're probably not going to attack us right off the bat. So we're going to move our force up and go meet them. Typically what I like to do in this battle is I like to get this guy to harass him a little bit. They've got 2 archers and some a few orc biggins and then some orc boys, which are their standard infantry. So we'll kind of move up and meet them. Our flamethrowers here, Iron Drakes, are going to basically torch this pretty well. So we will rely heavily on them as we get going. So let's go up here and let's do a little harassment. They might get a few shots off here, but sometimes they like to charge us if we do this. We're not even facing the right direction. Let's go after their lord then a little bit here. See if Nashrak will...
Go! Charge!
So they're trying to take us out. We're just kind of harassing a little bit here.
Move! Strike out! Plow through! Rage fast!
If you hold down spacebar, you can see the direction they're facing. So let's have our guys head over here and get ready with these bombs.
Strike out!
Set those bombs up.
Now! Nothing can stop us! Charge!
These guys are kind of good at harassing a little bit.
Axes out!
Get a couple shots off. Let's get out of there. Looks like they're walking over now.
Yes! Go! Castle! Charge!
Get our guys ready. Gromby out in front.
Gyrocopter! Fight! For mountain and home!
Set them focus on those orc boys a little bit. We'll see if we can get them down.
Gyrocopter!
Get them to kind of run. Let's pull these guys back.
Yes, men! Iron
And there comes the flamers.
For the vengeance! Righto!
This is blasting charges. They'll do some good damage here.
Let the vengeance
Set these guys in.
Find your targets! Nothing can
Set
stop
these guys in as well.
Gyrocopter!
There's the biggins right there. So we're going to get these flamers. See, they already took out these guys. So what I like to do here is put them on the side. They do less damage to your own troops.
For the ancestor gods! Miners!
Those miners to charge down there. They're their fastest troop, which doesn't say much because dwarves are very slow.
Warhammer! Kill orcs!
There they're running.
Scarf! Bring everything! Ready to strike! All of the
Okay,
ancestors!
let's see what they can do here. See if these flamers can get them
Taking
in range.
aim!
They'll torch them pretty good.
Attack!
Oh, look at those orcs burn.
Axes out!
Okay.
Aye, as you command! To it! Kazuk! Yes!
There's Gromby going to meet Nashrak. There's their orc boys. Here comes the orc boys back.
Miners!
So their biggins are rallying again as well.
Iron Drake!
They shouldn't rally for long
Attack
though.
the orcs! Quarrelers! Kill orcs! Miners! Get moving! Iron Drake!
See, these flamers do such quick work on these guys. Now, I didn't micro as well on this as I would like. Took a little more damage than I typically like to have on this first battle, but sometimes you just don't do as well. Still a decisive victory. See these. This is a feature they've added in. So damage dealt 985 is really good for damage value. And then some of the other guys, we can take a look at that on the next screen to see how they're doing. so Gromby did 767. He did quite a bit on that. Warriors didn't do too much. The lashing charges did quite a bit, so they throw those out. They really kind of take down morale with that. They do a lot of damage really quickly. Very good on the flamers and really good value. 440 out of the quarrelers, and our brimstone actually did pretty good. So we did pretty well. I think on this we want to keep that replenishment. So let's just do leadership bonus right now. So you're gonna retreat, and then what we're gonna want to do is, so we've got that quest. We're gonna want to, for Gromby, what we want to do is we want to follow the blue line to start. So he gets get up, which is replenishment rate. So you want to get 3 ranks of that, get 1 absolute relentless for movement, and they get lightning strike right away. So lightning strike allows you to keep multiple armies, which we're going to have a lot of greenskins coming at us in their game. So we really want to get to lightning strike right away. And then we can start filling back in here, and then we can start working on his red line. Alright, so let's, we're going to attack that army, not the town. So let's attack that army so that we can finish off that army. We'll weaken the town during this battle, and then we can attack the town again on the next turn. So we get a little extra experience for Gromby right here in the beginning. Alright. Looks like they're setting up over there. Let's, we'll set up and take out these guys first, because they've got some archers and stuff. Some ranged.
Iron drakes! Kasuk! What now? Is it time?
Oops. Wrong button there. They're marching towards us. Let's go meet them a little bit.
Hey, to arms!
So we can get up on this hill
As
before them.
you say! On the way!
Take out their boss before they even get to us. So he's only got 61 hit points left.
They have wronged us! Yes! Killers! Shots!
So there's the big ends. We'll toss those at them. These guys, they don't have line of sight. We got a hill in our way, so we didn't set up in the best spot.
By the ancestors!
But it'll be okay.
Yes! Hillbearers! All! Axes out! At the vengeance! Begin! Iron drakes! Move now!
We'll keep these drakes away from the natural melee combat where they won't actually fire. Alright, so there we go. I think we got them routing. So let's get set up over here for the incoming. See if he can chase him off. We'll have the helicopter chase him off a little bit.
Move now! We are relentless! Charge!
Back to keep our miners over here. These guys might rally. In fact, they probably will rally. Come back. Yep, these guys already rallied. So what we'll do is, these guys are broken. There's a couple guys rallying back, but we'll see if we can't deter them.
Miners! Blow through! Go! The throng moves!
Deter them from being in an alliance here. We'll see if they're blinking again, so they're heading right. Head back off. Alright, let's get our gyrocopters to do that. Let's have them focus there. Another tip if you're new is that as units get closer, you want to have your guys actually charge. Otherwise they will take additional damage if they're the ones being charged at. Let's have him focus over here.
Ready access! This is a reckoning! Kazoo! Kazoo! Move now! Quarrelers!
Let's have them shoot right in the middle of that. So these guys are going to hold. The miners will do okay here. And then just take this blob out with our flamethrowers. It won't do a ton of damage to ground. He's a single entity. The kind of the flames go around it a little bit. Later on we can get some gear that'll help his fire resistance if we want to go that route. Sometimes I do that. So we're going to move him up.
Hold
let's
those
go down this
dwarven
way.
lads! Reach fast! Move to attack!
Gosh, they're coming back. Oh, I thought they were broken.
Bitch! Ah, it's a game! Ah, oh.
Now they're broken. Maybe I didn't. Oh, that's right. This one has the little skull. They're broken then. I was wrong on the previous comment there.
Move! Strike out! Iron Drakes! Slay everything without a beard!
I want to make sure these guys don't come and take out our archers. They can take a little damage. They actually have shields, so they do pretty well defensively. They're not as good as warriors, of course, but
To the ancestor gods! Bring them down! Again!
our helicopters taking a little bit of damage here. They're almost out of ammo. Let's pull them back. Let's have you guys start working on them.
Ready access!
Oh, they're breaking. There's a victory. Again, not the cleanest victory. We got a decisive victory, but it wasn't, lost a little bit more than I would have liked. Still, look at our Iron Drakes did very well. $273 kills. That's a lot for the army. They did over half of the kills there. And a lot of damage. 30,000 damage. Damage value of 1273. Warriors did okay. See again those blasting charges for the little they get. They do pretty good value. And the crawlers did very well. And gyrocopters do okay. Do the leadership again. That army should be done. Second defeat in a turn.
Okay.
Let's get the punishment.
Alright.
We will attack this army again. This was the garrison. That was the second part of that last battle. So we'll be taking them on, and then we'll be able to take over the Pillars of Grombrindal.
By my beard! Targets, Lord! Let the vengeance begin! Miners!
Blasting charges over here. Regular
Quarrelers!
miners kind of covering the flank.
Gyrocopter!
They have no
Rage beyond
ranged.
reckoning. Nothing can stop
No
us.
ranged in this army, so we are going to send our helicopter to go harass them a little bit. We turned off guard mode, so they will actually follow them. They won't just stand still and shoot for a little bit until they get out of range. They'll actually follow them around. So that's the one unit I usually turn guard mode off. I like them to be able to harass and follow units around the battlefield, so I kind of forget them. A lot of times I'll use these guys early on to go and get Doom Diver catapults and kind of harass them a little bit so that our artillery can focus on doing damage, not having to trade blows with the artillery. So he's going after the, going after the highest health right now, which is fine. We'll have the Quarrelers focus on these middle guys.
Ready axes!
Maybe not the best selection, but that's okay. These flamers, we're gonna have them focus over here to start, take these guys out, then they can wrap around. So these guys also have the blasting charges. Kind of try to spread out that DPS a little bit. I'll let Grombrindal come out here a little bit. So I have to step up.
Let the vengeance begin!
See that? Oh, two of them right in a row. That's beautiful.
Quarrelers! They have wronged us!
Where those drakes go again.
Take to the air!
Just flaming them. Oh, look, they're broken. Alright, get you guys over there.
Nothing can
Let you
stop
guys come
us!
over and help them out.
Move! Charge! Plow
Try to get them
through!
some flanking maneuvers here.
Kill them! Iron Drakes!
Yep, they're broken. They broke pretty easy there. Only 2 losses, good. Again, pretty good value. Didn't have to do a lot of damage there. They were already pretty beat up from our previous battle, so. But I'll take it. Decisive victory again. Alright, we'll occupy the pillars. And looks like now they're giving us a
Your
quest
dowry
over here.
have been put to work fix.
And let's
Okay.
go back in here. We'll get up, rank 2. And that the first turn. So I'm gonna throw down a quick save here. Like I said, I like to save the game. Throw down a save there, and I think we'll stop the first video there. Just a quick introduction, see how it's going, and we'll pick up with the next turn on the next video. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.